The draft is tomorrow, and I'm already mocking the picks. So we're gonna do a mock draft. We're gonna draft the entire first round. We're not gonna do trades or anything, even though I think the Lions will trade up to like the Seahawks. But we are mocking this draft. I'm gonna go with the most surface level. This is what they need. I'm not gonna go too in depth with it. I saw Benchwarmer Brand slide Ted McMillan all the way down to like Cowboys, and Shedeur Sanders all the way down to the Steelers. I'm not doing that. I'm going who needs them when they need them. So yeah, here we go. On the clock, number 1, Tennessee Titans. This is pretty simple. They are going to draft Cam Ward, if they draft correctly, because there's no way Will Levis is. How is he feeling right now? How's he feeling? He's a Tennessee Titan. Yeah, it's just not happening. He had the potential to be the long-term starter. It's not happening. He sucks Dookie Bat. Not Dookie Bat. Dookie Butter. This is uncut. I'm not editing this. He sucks Dookie Butter. Anyway, on the clock, next up, everyone's saying draft Travis Hunter, draft Abdul Carter. They already have their receivers. They have Jerry Jeudy. They have Myles Garrett for edge. What they need is a quarterback who's not Deshaun Watson. They are going to draft Shedeur Sanders. That's what's going to happen. I don't know if they can trust Deshaun Watson anymore. Even if he's a fine person, magically, he's still a bad quarterback. So, yeah. Anyway, New York Giants. After drafting Shedeur Sanders, they have Russell Wilson. They have Jameis Winston. And they have Malik Neighbors down there. That's good for them. But they need defense. They don't have a defense. We're going to give him Abdul Carter. Anyway. On the clock are the New England Patriots. I see Travis Hunter not as a cornerback. He is going to be a wide receiver and a cornerback. Because the Patriots, they took Carlton Davis from me. And I liked him a lot. But he was good, but he kept getting injured. And I see Travis Hunter as the Patriots' solution to that. Plus, also now they have another wide receiver besides Stephon Diggs. If Travis Hunter really wants to do this two-position thing, he's going to the Patriots. On the clock, number 5, the Jaguars. Who's their receiver? Brian Thomas. That's only one receiver. But they also, I can't think of any of their running backs. Here, let's look up Jags running backs. Depth chart, here we go. Travis Etienne. He wasn't very good. I'll be honest, he wasn't a very good person. People think they're going to draft, people think the Jaguars are going to draft Genty. And that's just the big thing. We don't really know. I think if they feel confident in Travis Etienne, then they won't. But I don't think they feel confident in Travis Etienne. So they're drafting Ashton Genty. As much as I want Raiders Genty to happen, it's just not going to happen. In an ideal world for the Raiders, they trade up to pick number 5 just to get Ashton Genty. He's that good. On top of Bowers and Geno Smith, that's the team. And Max Crosby on defense, that's all the players I know. And already that sounds like a winning team. On the clock, they can't just lean on Brock Bowers the whole time. They are going to take Ted McMillan. That's just what's going to happen. Jets on the clock, they don't need a QB anymore. They have Justin Fields. And if Justin Fields, if Aaron Glenn is right, and I trust Aaron Glenn, that's probably an okay pick. They're going to take a tackle because they don't need a wide receiver. They have Garrett Wilson. Actually, Who's their tight end? Who's the Jets' tight end? Kellen Davis, Jeremy Ruckert, Zach Kuntz. They could probably go with a tight end here. Let's look at tight end. Tyler Warren. Pick him. Pick him. I was going to draft a tackle, but no. They need a tight end. That's their big need. Wide receiver, Garrett Wilson. Tackle, who gives a shit. Defensive, I don't know. They need a tight end. They don't have one. On the clock, pick 8 is the Panthers. They have Xavier Legette. They need another one. We're giving them Luther Burden. Pick number 9. I cannot name a Saints running back. Jamal Williams. I was wrong. But Jamal Williams, I only know him because he was a Lion, and he's a fun guy. But at the end of the day, they need another guy. Because Jamal Williams, peep the stats. Hold on. Peep the stats. 164 yards. It's not great. So, they are going to draft a running back. They are going to draft the next one, Omarion Hampton. That's where they're going here. On the clock, this is the reason I had to restart because I confused offense and defense. We need an OT here. We need an OT bad because Caleb Williams can't keep getting sacked. He is going to die out there. Oh my God, give him Will Campbell. Jesus. They need that bad. They need that bad. Okay. San Francisco can go with anybody. They don't have Debo. They are probably going to lose Brandon Ayuk next season. They need insurance for that. And I think they already got their wide receiver insurance. But they need... I think their biggest need right now is a replacement for, like, Nick Bosa. Because, yeah, he's good. So we're going to give him Mason Graham. Mason Graham is San Francisco 49er now. On the clock, the Cowboys, they need someone else besides CeeDee Lamb. I'll be frank with you. But they also need a running back because they let Zeke go, and who else is there? No one. No one that I can name at least, and I know at least a few players from every team. I cannot name a running back for the Cowboys. They're gonna go Cam Scatterbo in a perfect world, but this is not a perfect world. They're gonna go Emeka Egbuka. It's a shame. I hate the Cowboys, but I want to see them succeed because Jerry Jones is an old fart. He will die farting. Another fart will kill him. So anyway, as much as I want to make the joke that the Dolphins are going to need another QB soon because Tua will die on the field, no, they need an O-line. We're going to give him OT. We're going to give him... Armand Membo seems cool. I don't know that many about everyone. I don't know that much about everyone, but they need some kind of... Let's give them a guard. Do they have a guard here? Yeah, let's do a guard. Let's do Tyler Booker, the guard, because that's their top need, apparently. I don't know much about that. I don't know the O-line of anyone besides the Lions. I'll be frank with you again. Anyway, this is the big glaring need. Colts need a tight end. That's probably the most glaring need. If you can name a Colts tight end right now and you're not a Colts fan, I don't know. I won't do anything. Colston Loveland is going to the Colts. Okay. This I don't get. Because they have Drake London. Is Drake London bad now? I thought he was good. He was good in fantasy at least. But apparently, I know fantasy isn't real life. But fantasy points, I guess they do need another one. Let's give him Matthew Golden. On the clock, the Cardinals. I don't know anything about what the Cardinals need. I'll be so honest with you. On the clock, they need a guard, a D lineman, and a cornerback. I will give them a D lineman. Let's do that. Let's give them a cornerback as a D lineman, sure. Let's go Jahdae Barron. 2 Texas people back to back, boys. Okay. The Bengals need an O-line. more than I need to breathe. They need an O-line so bad. They're gonna get a tackle. No, they're not. They're gonna get a guard. Where's a guard? IOL. Where's a guard? Needs. Give me a guard. They need a guard bad. They're gonna get. I don't know the difference. They like LSU people though, so we're gonna give them Miles Frazier. No, we're not. We're gonna give him Taylor. No. All right. They need a center. They need a guard. They need an edge. The hype around edge rushers is apparent nowadays. Aiden Hutchinson is very good. Abdul Carter is one of the top-rated prospects. Zadarius. Myles Garrett just got quarterback money. Well, not just, but he got quarterback money this offseason to play friggin' edge rusher. So, we're going to give him a... We're not going to give him an edge rusher. We're going to give him an ILM. We're going to give him Jared Wilson, the center from Georgia. Don't know what to tell you. All right. You'll notice Walter Nolan has been sitting here for a while, and he's going to stay there because they need an edge. These guys need/want an edge. We're going to give him Mike Green. Mike Green is originally the person who I thought we would take, but, you know, I think we're going to get Donovan Azurewaku. I hope we do. That's the one I hope we get. But anyone's good. Any edge is good. We need an edge. That's our big one going into this. Anyway, Broncos, they need a running back. They also need a wide receiver. Let's just take the top. Let's just take the first one we see. Running back, wide receiver. Where are you? This is a defensive... Okay. Elik Ayomanor. We're going to take him. And then, I don't know, maybe they'll take Nick Chubb. All right. Steelers. If Aaron Rodgers goes anywhere, it's here. But if they don't, yeah. I predict that Aaron Rodgers will sign a deal with the Steelers tonight. If they don't, they're going to need a QB. And my goodness, Jalen Milroe is sitting right there. They're going to take him because both Russell Wilson and the other guy, Justin Fields, are gone. Jalen Milroe is a Steeler. On the clock, the Chargers. They have Ladd McConkey, but they need much more than Ladd McConkey. They also need a tight end and a D lineman. We're going to take a tight end because while Ladd McConkey is like, he needs help, it's going to give him competition. We don't need competition for Ladd McConkey right now. We need help for Ladd McConkey, and a way to do that is dividing targets between wide receivers and tight ends. Elijah Arroyo is a Charger. On the clock, let's be real. They're just going to draft more quarterbacks. No. They got Jordan Love. They know what they have in him. They're going to finally ignore the voices. They're going to draft one of these guys. But for the sake of simplicity, we're just going to say it's Jaden Higgins from Iowa State. On the clock, the Vikings. Is Aaron Jones a free agent? Because I didn't know they needed that. Aaron Jones, his Wikipedia will say. Aaron Jones is a Minnesota Viking. I guess they're not confident in him. Let's see what running backs are. Cam Scatabo, Dylan Sampson, Caleb Johnson, Trayvon Henderson. We are not going to go with a running back here. We are not going to do that. We are going to go with a defensive end. We're going to go Walter Nolan. He's finally off the board. He's been there for a while. Anyway, the Texans, they need wide receivers. Who do they have? Tank Dell. They don't even have a tight end I can name. They have Tank Dell. That's it. I can name a lot of them. Jack Betch, for the sake of simplicity, is going to Texas. L.A. Rams. They have their wide receivers. I don't know about tight ends though. Tight ends, we're not gonna be doing a tight end. We're just gonna give him Armand Membo and move on. But these guys now need a guard, an edge, and a dime back. Is that what that is? I don't know. Defensive back. Anyway, We're gonna give him a guard. Why a guard? Because there's only so many edge rushers, and also people need a offensive line, or else their quarterbacks are gonna die. So we're gonna give him Miles Frazier from LSU. On the clock, my Detroit Lions. They are going edge rusher because they need an edge rusher. I don't know why it says wide receiver. We have Amon-Ra, we have J-Mo, we have Laporta. We need an edge rusher. Actually, no. He is not a free agent. I just wanted to remember. Okay, so basically, we need an edge rusher. We have Aiden Hutchinson, let's be real, but we could use another one. We don't need a wide receiver. I don't know what this website is thinking. I don't know what it's smoking. No, Kevin Zeitler just left in free agency. We need a guard. We're getting this is just for me. We're going Dylan Fairchild. We need a guard. A lot of people need a guard. Okay. The need for running backs in Washington is great. A lot of people need them. Here's what's gonna happen. I don't know any running backs from Washington. I know I had one on my fantasy team for like a day, but then he sucked butt, and I dropped him, and I don't even remember his name. So, running back. Cam Scatterbo is a Washington Commander. Oh, hold on. On the clock, we have the Bills. I keep forgetting now because of the many minutes I spent waiting. So, okay. The Bills need an edge rusher, linebacker, cornerback. We have a linebacker right here in Jihad Campbell. So there we go. And then the Chiefs. They need a guard, a tackle, a safety. But they also need a wide receiver because oops, jail, or hurt. Well, not jail, but they're probably going to let him go. I think maybe they've also unequivocally denied it, but kind of iffy here. So we're not going to do that because they need things. Okay, guard, tackle, D-line. That's good. We'll take Josh Simmons from Ohio State. And then, last pick of the first round. The Eagles do not need a wide receiver. They have A.J. Brown. They are going to take Will Johnson. Shocker for Malachi Starks, the cornerback from Michigan. And that is the end of the first round. I've earned one new award, but I will not be claiming it. Just get me out of there. So, here's the mock. Admire. Criticize. This is the mock. Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders, Abdul Carter, Travis Hunter, Ashton Jeanty, Roy McMillan, Tyler Warren, Luther Burden, O'Marion Hampton, Will Campbell, Mason Graham, Emeka Egbuka, Tyler Booker, Colston Loveland, Matthew Golden, Jade Barron, Tate Rutledge, Jared Wilson, Mike Green, Elik Ayomanor, Jalen Milroe, Elijah Arroyo, Jaden Higgins, Walter Nolan, Jack Beck, Armand Membo, Miles Frazier, Dylan Fairchild, Cam Scatterbo, Jihad Campbell, Josh Simmons, and Will Johnson. Shocker to many, I did not put Donovan Ezeuruwaku up here. That is because I forgot. I didn't have the Bills take him, even though maybe I should have. But Jihad Campbell is just a higher draft prospect. So yeah. Thanks for watching. And you will be seen next time. Oh wait, I have this hat on. Go Lions, draft a good person.